The notorious Conor McGregor. Black trunks for the champion, Jose Aldo Jr.
Conor relaxed and smiling.
Oh no! He slept him! Conor McGregor is the new UFC featherweight champion of the world!
Knockouts, the ultimate thrill in the UFC. When a fighter delivers that perfect strike, the crowd erupts, the referee dives in, and the opponent hits the canvas. In today's video, we'll look at the UFC fighters with the most knockouts in the UFC history. Who's at the top? Let's find out. Starting at number 10, we have Junior Dos Santos. A true heavyweight powerhouse, Dos Santos was a boxing master in the cage. His crisp jab and lethal overhand right sent some of the UFC's biggest names crashing to the mat. Who can forget that unforgettable uppercut against Fabricio Werdum or his brutal knockout of Cain Velasquez? Sagano didn't just fight, he hunted his opponents, delivering 10 thunderous knockouts that made fans jump out of their seats. At number 9 is Cain Velasquez, a cardio machine who redefined the heavyweight division. Unlike most big men, Cain didn't wait for an opening, he created it with relentless pressure. Once he got you against the cage, it was game over. His brutal ground and pound turned his fists into hammers, smashing his way to 10 knockout victories. Cain was a nightmare for opponents who couldn't keep up with his pace, and his finish, pure destruction. At number 8, we have got Michael Bisping, a fighter who embodied grit and determination. He is known for his sharp boxing and endless cardio. Bisping was a master at wearing opponents down before delivering the kill shot. Whether it was his stunning left hook against Luke Rockhold to win the middleweight title or his relentless pace against Anderson Silva, Bisping's 10 knockouts proved that underestimating him was a huge mistake. Bisping didn't just fight to win, he fought to silence the doubters. Coming in at number 7 is Thiago Santos, a man whose very nickname, Maretta, or Sledgehammer says it all. Santos hits like a freight train. Whether it's with spinning kicks, flying knees, or devastating punches, his 11 knockouts were often spectacular. Just ask Ivan Manuel or Jan Blachowicz. One moment they were standing, and the next, they were unconscious. Santos doesn't throw strikes, he detonates them, leaving highlight reels filled with jaw-dropping finishes. At number 6, we have Max Holloway, the king of volume striking and an absolute nightmare in the octagon. Holloway doesn't look for a single shot, he unleashes an endless storm of punches that overwhelm his opponents. It's like facing a hurricane that never slows down. From his iconic beatdown of Brian Ortega to his masterclass against Justin Gaethje, Max has delivered 11 knockouts through precision, speed, and pure willpower. As he famously said, "I'm the best boxer in the UFC," and when Max is in the zone, it's hard to argue otherwise. Who do you think is the best boxer in the UFC? Drop your guesses in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Let's keep going. Cracking into the top 5, we have the Diamond, Dustin Poirier, a fighter who shines brightest in the toughest battles. Poirier's boxing is as sharp as a diamond cutter, and when he lands, it's lights out. Whether it's his legendary knockout of Conor McGregor or his amazing finish against Eddie Alvarez and Justin Gaethje, Poirier fights like a man possessed. His 11 knockouts weren't just wins, they were statements. Every punch he throws has bad intentions, and when he smells blood, he doesn't stop until the referee pulls him away. Next up at number 4, we have the terrifying Anthony Johnson. If knockout power had a name, it would be Anthony "Rumble" Johnson. He didn't throw punches, he launched missiles that could knock anyone into next week. His one-punch finish against Glover Teixeira and Alexander Gustafsson left fans speechless and opponents staring at the lights. With 11 knockouts in his UFC career, Rumble proved time and again that all he needed was one clean shot, and the fight was over. At number 3, we have the artist of the Octagon, Anderson the Spider Silva. Silva didn't just knock people out, he did it with style, precision, and a touch of magic. Whether it was the unforgettable front kick against Vitor Belfort or his counter-strike masterpiece against Forrest Griffin, Silva's knockouts felt like moments from a movie. His 11 finish made him the king of the middleweight division and one of the greatest martial artists the UFC has ever seen. Anderson Silva didn't just fight, he performed, and his highlight reel still gives fans chills. Coming in hot at number 2 is Matt Brown. Brown's style was as violent as it gets. He didn't just look for a knockout, he hunted it. Elbows, knees, punches, Brown threw everything with the intent to finish. His 13 knockouts in the UFC are a testament to his ferocity and relentless drive. If you stood across the cage from Matt Brown, you knew you were in for a war. And more often than not, it ended with his opponent lying in a heap while Matt Brown stood victorious. And finally, sitting at the top as the undisputed knockout king of the UFC, we have Derek the Black Beast Lewis. With an astonishing 15 knockouts, Lewis has rewritten the record books. He doesn't care about flashy techniques or long fights. He's there to knock you out, plain and simple. Whether it's his legendary post-fight one-liners or his ability to end fights with a single punch, Lewis is a fan favorite for good reason. Remember that uppercut against Curtis Blades? Or his insane comeback against Alexander Volkov? Derek Lewis has proven time and again that no one is safe when he's in the cage. And there you have it, the greatest knockout artists in UFC history. From Anderson Silva's surgical precision to Derek Lewis' sheer power, these fighters have given us unforgettable moments and brutal finishes. Who's your favorite knockout artist? And what's the best knockout you've ever seen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more UFC content. Thanks for watching.